to watch over the safety and security of the town that we all cherish very dearly. Joseph DeWicki will receive that great honor from our mayor and council in the presence of his family, friends, and co-workers in just a few moments. Joe will have the honor of leading the Fairlawn Police Department that has been led by many great leaders in the past. The Fairlawn Police Department has always protected the residents of this town with great pride and dedication. I know that Joe will continue to do the same. I will not speak of all of his accomplishments tonight. I will leave that for the mayor to brag about. Sir Robert Peel, the father of modern policing, when creating the Metropolitan Police in the United Kingdom in 1829, and no, Joe has not been a police officer for that long, stated that the police are the public and the public are the police. I do not think you can find a better person for the job in this town to make that happen. Joe has a career filled with honor, dignity, and respect. I can vouch for this in one simple way. I asked his co-workers for some anecdotes, or as some people may call it, dirt, to try and roast him a bit. Not one of them was able to tell me anything. This was either because they did not want to, because he is now their new boss, or because maybe he just did not have any dirt to be dealt. I personally think it was the latter of the two. For that reason alone, the mayor and council have made the correct choice for the next leader of this department. May God bless the Fairlawn Police Department, may God bless Chief Joe DeWicki, and may God bless America.
Thank you to our town crier. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the mayor and council meeting of June 23rd, 2025 for the Borough of Fairlawn. Will the municipal clerk please read the statement of compliance with the Open Public Meetings Act?
In accordance with the Open Public Meeting Act, adequate notice of this meeting, given the time, date, and information for access in this public meeting, was advertised in the Record and Herald newspapers on February 3rd, 2025 and June 23rd, 2025, was posted on the bulletin board located on the first floor of the municipal building, was filed in the office of the municipal clerk, and was posted on the borough's website.
Roll call.
Councilmember Salinas.
Here.
Councilmember Kraus.
Here.
Deputy Mayor Rottenstreich.
Here.
Deputy Mayor Reinitz.
Here.
Mayor Catrone.
Here.
And Mayor also in attendance is Borough Manager Peluso. Sorry about that. Municipal Clerk Magarelli and Borough Attorney Verone.
Will everybody please rise for the flag salute? And will our town crier lead us?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Number 5, Resolution 230-2025, resolution appointing Joseph John DeWicki as Chief of Police and approving employment agreement. Can I have a motion to pass this resolution?
So moved. Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Councilmember Salinas.
Yes.
Councilmember Kraus.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Rottenstreich.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Reinitz.
Yes.
Mayor Catrone.
Yes. Will everybody please join me in the well as we swear in our new police chief?
But very special is that we are swearing in our new police chief. And as I have said to Chief DeWicki, I have been incredibly impressed, we all have been, in the short time that he was the acting chief, in his work ethic, in his creativity, in his responsiveness, and his just true desire and passion to serve the borough of Fairlawn. So I know we are in good hands, and I wish him nothing but success and safety here in Fairlawn, and we're really excited to swear you in. All right. Repeat after me. I, Joseph John DeWicki,
I, Joseph John DeWicki,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I support the Constitution of the United States
that I support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
and to the governments established in the United States
and to the governments established in the United States
and in this state
and in this state,
under the authority of the people.
under the authority of the people.
I further do solemnly swear
I further do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly
that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly
perform all the duties of Chief of Police
perform all the duties of Chief of Police
to the Borough of Fairlawn,
to the Borough of Fairlawn,
in the County of Bergen,
in the County of
in the
Bergen,
State of New Jersey,
in the State of New Jersey,
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Ready, 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
I'd like to thank everybody.
This is my job as secretary of the town crier.
All right, how's that? So I'd like to thank everybody for being here tonight. It's always a very humbling experience to be at a promotion ceremony with so many friends, family, coworkers, leaders in the community, and tonight we have the honor of children, which is a great honor. I'd like to thank a few people tonight as we embark on this journey together. Regardless of how squared away this looks or maybe doesn't look, I'll leave that to the audience or to my colleagues. You know, if a button's off, they're going to let me know about it, so we'll chat later. But regardless of the outward appearance, there's always people behind the scene that help make things happen. So I'd like to thank my wife, Dina. She's been an avid supporter for many years. Being a cop's wife is a tough chore. It's not really understood by folks that are not members of the service, and we could share a lot of stories offline, but I thank you for your support. I also like to thank my predecessor, Chief Glenn Cowles. He was at the informal swearing in the other day, but he had another obligation tonight. Glenn is a battle-tested individual. He's a Marine combat veteran. He served his community and his country with honor and distinction, and I have a great sense of pride to have worked and been instructed under him for many years. And I'd also like to thank him for a very smooth transition. I would next like to thank our mayor, council, and borough manager for placing your trust and your confidence in me to lead our department forward. It's a big responsibility, and I know that I have their support as we embark on a journey together. When we have needs and requests, I know that they're going to support us in that endeavor. I'd also like to thank the members of my department that are here tonight. I know that you do great work in the community. When I ask you to do things, you do them to the absolute letter of the law, and you really represent the finest of what New Jersey law enforcement has to offer. So I thank you for being here, I thank you for your support, and I look forward to working with you. There's also members of the clergy here tonight, our chaplains, our school leadership team, members of the business community, and it's great to see so many leaders here tonight. Having worked for the department for over 24 years, as I start my 25th year, I do have to say that this community has a great sense of camaraderie. I've attended events through the years for people and families and members of emergency services that have had unfortunate events and tragedies happen in their lives, and the community responds always in droves to drop what they're doing and to support those in need. And I'm proud to now represent the police department. Inevitably, we know that there's going to be more such incidents to attend. Unfortunately, it's the law of averages, but in doing so, I'm proud to be a part of that community. Not only do I work here, but I live here. So what happens here matters to me. A little bit about what we're going to embark on moving forward. We're going to introduce some of the 21st century police management theory and practices to a few of our operations. We're going to modernize our patrol operations, introduce a few new thoughts and tactics into that, have a bit more victim-centric follow-up when there are victims of crime, and something that's going to be coming in the fall is command staff meetings here or at another venue. I'd love to see 150 people attend, where you meet and chat with me and the division commanders, my captains that help me run the department, and we sit with business leaders, elected officials, education officials, religious leaders, and we chat in a dialogue. We tell a little bit about what we're doing, where we've come from, where we're heading, and what we'd like to accomplish. But most importantly, we solicit feedback from you, what you like, what you don't like, what's working, what do you need to see more of. So it's really a dialogue that I'm looking to engage in as we go through this journey together. So in closing, I want to thank everybody for coming. Thank you. Best of luck to you guys. You guys ready for the World Cup? I know we've got a lot of security prep and plans and things in place to help that, so we're looking forward to that too. Thank you for spending a little bit of your time with me tonight, and I really look forward to what we can all accomplish together. Thank you.
I think you can see and hear by that we're in really good hands here in Fairlawn. So congratulations again, Chief. Okay, we're going to move on to our proclamations for the evening. So everybody stay down here. What was first? It doesn't really matter, right? Okay, you want to start with?
No pressure.
I have the honor of proclaiming PTSD Awareness Month. So, whereas June is nationally recognized as Post-Traumatic Stress Disorder Awareness Month, a time to increase understanding of this complex and often misunderstood condition that affects millions of individuals who have experienced trauma, including our brave military service members and veterans. And whereas PTSD is a mental health condition that may develop after exposure to a traumatic event, and is especially prevalent among those who have served in combat zones, including Vietnam veterans and other military conflicts. And whereas the Borough of Fairlawn stands in solidarity with those affected by PTSD and reaffirms its commitment to breaking the stigma surrounding mental health by encouraging education, outreach, and access to proper care and resources. And whereas raising awareness about PTSD helps to promote compassion, understanding, and action within our community to support those who are struggling and to ensure they receive the care and respect they deserve. Now be it resolved that Christina Catrone, Mayor of Borough of Fairlawn, along with the Borough Council, do hereby proclaim June 2025 as PTSD Awareness Month in the Borough of Fairlawn, and encourage all residents to support efforts that provide care, compassion, and community for those impacted by PTSD. Let this proclamation serve as a call to action to recognize the challenges faced by those living with PTSD and to continue working towards a future where no one suffers in silence. I know we have Paula Shuck here and some of our veterans to accept, or they were here. I'm just glad I got through it without my glasses.
It's not a lot, I'm just blind. Good evening, and thank you all for coming out. I want to take a minute to thank our mayor and city council, Nick Magarelli, for continuing to do this for all of our soldiers and our families. It is an honor to be able to be up here, and although it brings heartache and sadness, it also brings awareness to advocate what PTSD is. PTSD stands for post-traumatic stress disorder. It can come from very different things, but it comes the worst in our soldiers who faced war when they came home but continued the battle in their head, even after war was over. Some soldiers came home and sought therapy, and some soldiers came home and stayed quiet, like my dad and so many other veterans who came back from war. Soldiers experience symptoms like depression, anxiety, and night terrors. They would call this shell shock. It wasn't until years later in 1980 that it became PTSD. My father, Michael Gall, who was drafted to Vietnam when he was just 19 years old. He was in the 10th Offensive Unit. He was a radio man, a soldier responsible for managing and operating communication equipment. Their duties include establishing and maintaining communications links, transmitting and receiving messages, and ensuring clear and reliable communication between units and command posts. He was later honorably discharged from the military, but the fight never left him. When he came home, he would have flashbacks. He would go nuts for weeks, months at a time. Everybody knew Mike. He would sometimes barricade himself in the bathroom, often sitting in empty tubs at nighttime. Some days he slept on the floor. He would cry and say he missed his friends, and sometimes he would just disappear for days or weeks. You wouldn't think nothing about walking. He wouldn't think nothing about walking 20 miles a day, fighting the demons in his head of war and society. He was in and out of the hospital at Valley Forge in Pennsylvania. Although there was so much help for him, he couldn't escape the nightmares. On February 3rd, 1989, I opened my dad's door and walked into him, losing his battle. I was 10 years old. Not sure what was happening. I screamed to my grandmother, who just picked me up from school after working all morning as a dispatcher in the Fair Lawn Police Department. I don't think she ever thought she'd be on the other end of this call. My cousin Wes and my Uncle Tony, who were downstairs, when they heard us yelling, they came up and running. We were frantically trying to help Daddy. I even tried pressing by his heart to feel it moving. My cousin grabbed me and carried me out of the room and told me to stay upstairs until he came and got me. It seemed like forever I waited, but eventually he came up and told me the doctors couldn't save Dad. He went to heaven. He trembled as he had to tell me he lost his best friend. I didn't understand why he hurt himself if he loved us so much. But after all these years, I finally can understand a little bit better. He was sick, not with a head cold, but in his head. With all this information that's out today, there's better hope and understanding that our soldiers need help and support. Being able to speak on this awareness serves the purpose to advocate people to understand it now. We have the voice to speak loud for those who can't. And although the music died that day, I will continue to dance with his grace, his honor, courage, and dignity for my hero who died in silence. 22 veterans a day commit suicide. One veteran is too many. Daddy. Romeo, Oscar, Golf, Echo, Romeo, Oscar, Uniform, Tango.
Thank you, Paula. And if anybody wants a ribbon, I know Paula has a bunch of teal ribbons to give out. What? Yeah, Paula, you wanted to take a quick picture. Can you hold it?
Ready? 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
So it's my honor to present the next proclamation, and this is for someone who is very special to everyone. Whereas Kevin Pepitone has demonstrated extraordinary athletic skill, perseverance, and dedication as a competitor in the Special Olympics, and whereas Kevin proudly represented the borough of Fair Lawn at both the Winter and Summer Special Olympic Games, showcasing not only his athleticism, but also the spirit of determination and sportsmanship. And whereas at the 2025 Winter Special Olympic Games, Kevin earned a gold medal in the 50-meter dash and a bronze medal in the javelin throw, demonstrating exceptional speed and strength. And whereas Kevin continued his excellence at the 2025 Summer Special Olympic Games, earning a bronze medal in the 50-meter dash and a silver medal in the javelin throw, further highlighting his dedication to training and his passion for the sport. And whereas, in addition to his athletic accomplishments, Kevin is an active, very active, and very valued member of the Access for All Committee, the Knights of Columbus, and Fair Lawn TV, through which he continues to contribute his time, talents, and voice to the betterment of the Fair Lawn community. And whereas Kevin's achievements and community involvement are truly a source of pride and inspiration to his family, friends, and the entire borough of Fair Lawn, now, therefore, the Borough Council and Mayor Christina Cutrone do hereby proclaim June 28th, 2025, as Kevin Pepitone Day in the Borough of Fair Lawn, and congratulate Kevin on his achievements and commending him for his inspired commitment, courage, and character.
There's not going to be an hour speech. Okay. Good evening, everybody. Thanks for coming. Make this real quick because I know the council don't want to be here till midnight because a lot of these people have to go to work tomorrow morning and kids got to go to school for the last day. I just want to thank my brother Robert for being here, my friend Denise, the Access for All, the council for honoring me, Mayor Peluso, Borough Manager Peluso, Judy, and the Knights of Columbus, Joe Pielli, he's in the back, and especially Father Sam from St. Anne's Church for honoring me here, being here, to bless me later on. And I just want to thank everybody for coming, and you guys have a great summer, and I will keep bringing back gold medals for the town of Fair Lawn.
Kevin. 1, 2, 3.
You have to say that?
Yes, I do. You want to say it? Go ahead.
1, 2, 3.
There you go.
1, 2, 3. One more.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
Okay. Next, we're going to be honoring Fair Lawn Girls 11U soccer team. Wait, hold on. I'm going to call you up one at a time. You each get your moment. Whereas the Borough of Fair Lawn takes great pride in recognizing the accomplishments of its young athletes who demonstrate dedication, teamwork, and excellence in competition. And whereas the Fair Lawn Girls 11U soccer team achieved a remarkable season being crowned Northern Counties Soccer Association U11 Flight A champions, showcasing exceptional skill, determination, and sportsmanship through league play. And whereas the team also captured the prestigious title of NCSA Cup champions, a title that has not been won by a Fair Lawn Girls soccer team in the past 10 years, right? 10 years? Okay. And whereas these achievements reflect the players' commitment to hard work, their coaches' outstanding leadership, and the unwavering support of their families and their community. Now, therefore, the Borough Council and I, Christina Cutrone, Mayor of the Borough of Fair Lawn, County of Bergen, State of New Jersey, do hereby proclaim June 27th as Fair Lawn Girls U11 Soccer Team Day in the Borough of Fair Lawn. And now I'm going to call you up each individually to congratulate you, but let's have a big round of applause first for the team. So I'm going to call up the coaches first. So Coach Daniel Goldwater. Coach Gilad Rand. And Coach Cindy Cook. Okay. All right, ladies, I'm going to call you up just by your first name so I don't destroy your last names, okay? All right, Jasmine. Congratulations. Isabella. Congratulations. Isabel. Eleanor. Katie. Jordan. Coco. Leah. Maya. Mika. You're welcome. Naomi. Peyton. And Phoebe. Okay, do the coaches want to say something?
Thank you, everyone. So a few special thanks. First, to my wife, who usually doesn't come to these events. So thank you for being supportive. I love you. Usually, it's not easy raising 4 kids and being a teacher, and probably dealing with me is the hardest part, so thank you. I also want to thank Dan and Cindy, the 2 coaches who coached with me. Thank you for everything, but especially for the girls. This has been tremendous. I'm humble and privileged to coach this team. You won Flight A and the NCSA Cup. I mean, just to tell you a few words about the journey, at the midway of the season, we were 4-1-1, 3rd place, and we went to the Hershey tournament where I think everything clicked. And since then, you won 4 straight, 6-0, 4-0, 4-0, 2-0, and won the NCSA Cup. Won the Flight A by beating all your competitors hands down, and then we went against a team that, excuse my French, beat our behind last year, and you know, basically you went up against an arrogant team who won 7-0 in the semis, while we had to scratch 2-1, 2-1, and you definitely showed them in the final who's the better team. And I really congratulate you. It's all about hard work and dedication, and you definitely showed it. But just remember, you know, now you're 1st place. It's hard getting there, but even harder staying there. So keep up the hard work. Have a great summer, and thank you, Fair Lawn.
Okay, more celebrations for more soccer teams. So- Whereas during the fall 2024 season, this team was crowned NCSA BU9 F flight winners, completing the season undefeated and showcasing great teamwork and perseverance. And whereas in the spring 2025 season, they continued their impressive performance as their team earned the title of NCSA BU9 DW flight winners, further demonstrating their growth and consistency. And whereas the team also triumphed as the NCSA BU9 Commissioners' Cup champions, proving their competitive excellence against top-level competition. And whereas the team was also named Saddlebrook Spring Tournament U9 Boys winners, adding another prestigious accomplishment to their already impressive record. Now, therefore, the Borough Council and I, Christina Catrone, Mayor of the Borough of Fair Lawn, County of Bergen, State of New Jersey, do hereby proclaim June 25th as Fair Lawn All Sports Boys U9 Team Day. And we wish you much congratulations. You made Fair Lawn also very proud. All right, I'm going to call up the coaches again to start. So Coach Wesley, Coach Endry, Coach Michael, and Coach Omar. Okay, boys, are you ready? Okay. Alexi. Andy. Ariel. Benjamin. Eden. Ishai. Isaiah, sorry. This is very small font. Jason. Leon. Liam. Nico. Philip. No, he. Okay. Seema. Okay. All right, which coach wants to say something?
Just want to say thank you for Fair Lawn and the council for having us here. It's these boys worked hard all season, and it's good to get a little recognition. We've been working hard for 2 years now, and we definitely go above and beyond and practice more than sometimes we're allowed. But I think these boys are not the first time you're going to see them. I could guarantee you that. They work hard, and with the good support of the parents, thank you guys. On behalf of the coaches, it's just good watching these boys get better. And thank you.
All right, another picture.
Everybody ready? 1, 2, 3. Got it, Nico? And 1, 2, 3. All righty.
You're very welcome. Congratulations. Yes. All right. Anybody want to do the last one, or you want me to do it? You want to do the winter guard? You don't have to. No? Chris, you want to do the last one? This is the winter guard.
All right, so our last proclamation of the night is for the high school winter guard team. Whereas the Borough of Fair Lawn takes great pride in recognizing the accomplishments of its youth who exemplify hard work, dedication, and excellence in extracurricular activities. And whereas the Fair Lawn High School Winter Guard team earned second place and was awarded silver medals at the Mid-Atlantic Indoor Network Championships held at Lehigh University in Pennsylvania on April 12, 2025. And whereas this outstanding achievement reflects not only the students' incredible talent and commitment, but also the leadership and guidance of their head coach, Josephine Ryder, assisted by Yanka Goldberg. And whereas the Winter Guard team devotes over 12 hours of practice each week, traveling across the state to compete and proudly represent the Fair Lawn community with grace, spirit, and professionalism. Now, therefore, the Borough Council and Christina Catrone, Mayor of the Borough of Fair Lawn, do hereby proclaim June 26th as Fair Lawn Winter Guard Day in the Borough of Fair Lawn, and do hereby recognize Marina Ginsburg and all the members of, oh, sorry, that's an individual. Spoiler. And I guess I'll call the coaches up now. Are the coaches here? You can come on up. And then I'll read off the... All right, and I'll call the Winter Guard team. So, Marina Ginsburg. Congratulations. Okay. Okina Samandaj. All right, Emily Puck. Emily Marino. Noelia Medina. Madeline Rowland. Emily Rosenwig. Ariana Kessler. Isabella Jose. Congratulations. Nanako Takamura. Caitlin Metcalf. Alyssa Checo. Julia Prochansky. Lauren Tesker. And Mia Rome. Congratulations. Coaches, would you like to say something?
Thank you so much for this amazing honor. It is a privilege to be here tonight. Thank you to all of our amazing parents who have helped out so much this year and have showed up like no year before. Special shout out to our parent liaison, Annie Metcalf, for all of her hard work. And we could not, you have a proclamation for you as well. Come stand for the photo. This season has been such an honor. It was my first year as director, so I could not have asked for anything in my wildest dreams to compare to this. Thank you to the high school administration for all of your assistance this year. Rehearsal space has never been a consistent thing that we've had, and it made a world of difference. So I hope we keep that going, because the gym space makes a huge difference. So thank you for all of your work there. It does not go unnoticed. Thank you to my now husband for all of your support. It's a lot of times he would be not home. Taking care of the cat babies. And I just could not be more proud of all of these lovely faces next to me. Their hard work has been exceptional, and I'm really excited to see where this goes next. And I could not be up here with a microphone and the most amazing recruiting opportunity possible without shouting out our Meet the Marching Band night tomorrow night, 5 to 8 at the high school in the decaf. If you're at all interested in the marching arts, if you play an instrument, if you have a 8th through 12th grader this upcoming school year, we would love to see them tomorrow. Decaf, 5 p.m. See you there.
Thank you. All right. Yeah, we gotta, yeah. Maybe we'll do council comments and then silence.
Whatever you want to do.
Just because, yeah, I'll end my comments with that.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, we're going to continue our meeting, so if you could just leave quietly. Thank you. Natalie, do you want to wait or you're good to go? Yeah, okay. Okay, number 8, council comments. Good evening, Council Member Salinas.
Good evening, Mayor. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. First, congratulations to all the recipients tonight. I had the chance to catch a few of the girls' high school soccer games with my daughters, and it was some of the most exciting sports that I've seen. So honoring these teams today, I'm really excited to see what the future holds and catch some more sports. I'm also proud to recognize Kevin this evening, who is someone who's always quick to lend a helping hand and greet you with a smile. So congratulations, Kevin. I had no idea that you were, that you received all those medals. That's pretty impressive. I'll admit I really struggled on what to say tonight. There's a lot going on that hits home. But I keep coming back to this. Fair Lawn has the opportunity to be a model, a place where different perspectives and backgrounds come together to build something strong, inclusive, and compassionate. And I truly hope that we all see and embrace that. I want to take a moment to highlight Fair Lawn Main Street for their continued efforts. most recently with their storefront remodel of Lincoln Grill on River Road. And like many of you, I'm looking forward to stopping by and supporting them and trying out their empanadas. A huge thank you to both the Pride and Juneteenth committees. Your incredible dedication made this month's celebration truly special, and it's because of people like you that, that our community efforts are so meaningful. Also, I'd like to congratulate all of our graduates, and I wish everyone a safe and joyful summer. I look forward to seeing you all at the summer concert series, and to quote the American poet Henry Wadsworth Longfellow, music is the universal language of mankind. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Good evening, Councilmember Kraus.
Good evening, Mayor. So I'm going to start off with congratulating our new Chief of Police. In my time on the council, I've had the honor of being a part of some big decisions in terms of the town and appointing people to major roles in the town, and seeing new mayors come in, and it's really been an honor to be a part of that whole process and see the leadership turn over, but see it turn over to people who are just as dedicated as those who came before them, to bring Fair Lawn into the future, and to keep the pride and the sense of community in Fair Lawn strong. So I do want to congratulate our new chief and wish him well. His success is all of our success, and I'm sure he's going to do a great job. And of course, everyone who came out for Proclamation tonight, love seeing the proclamations, love seeing the kids come out and give us an opportunity not only to recognize their achievements, but to give them a glimpse into what local government is like. A lot of those kids came here expecting to get an award and be recognized, but I think they got a lot more than that in their time here with us tonight. So it's always great to have them. Kevin, congratulations again. As we've said before, you're such an integral and involved member of our community, and very happy to be able to award you and recognize your success. So keep up what you're doing, Kevin. I do want to take a moment to thank Paula for coming out to talk about PTSD. Not an easy topic to talk about, but an important one. And it's a topic that she has advocated for, and she did an excellent job speaking about her experiences and the importance and recognizing PTSD and making sure that we take care of everyone, especially our veterans who need help when they come back. There were a lot of events going on in June, a lot of great things going on, and I just wanted to highlight a couple that I did get to participate in. Last week was the Fair Lawn All Sports Sportsmanship Dinner, which is time and time and again one of my favorite award ceremonies to go to. Not only do we get to recognize the kids as we do here tonight, but it's a special brand of recognizing kids who really demonstrated that the lessons they received from their sport transcended just the skills of the sport, but have helped turn them into future leaders in their community by being a leader now on their teams and the activities that they choose to participate in. So I love being a part of that dinner. It was very well attended. So congratulations to all those sportsmanship recipients and the high schoolers who received scholarships based on their history of participation and giving back to the community and the local sports. We also had Make Music Day this past Saturday, and there were a lot of great performances. I know I walked around and I tried to hit as many performances as I could. And even though I had looked at the schedule of events, I still stumbled upon other performances that I had missed and was very happy to have been able to witness and be a part of. I believe this was our third Make Music Day, and it's been such a welcome addition. So I do want to congratulate the Arts Council for all the work that they did on that. I think it's a fantastic addition to our community, and it's something I hope we continue to see well attended, and like to see people continue to participate in it. And on that note, the Arts Council is expanding on that theme. So starting this Wednesday, in conjunction with Fair Lawn Main Street, every Wednesday there will be summer street performances from 7 to 9 p.m. That'll be in a different location each week. I believe the information is up on the Arts Council website, fairlawn.org/arts. So please check that out. Check out their social medias, both for Main Street and the Arts Council. You will find out about a lot of great events and a lot of great businesses in town. We also have our summer concert series that started. Those are on Sunday. So there's going to be a lot of summer music going on. And I hope you can all take part in that. And of course, don't forget about our borough fireworks on Thursday this week. And lastly, congratulations to all of our graduates. It's a big achievement, and best of luck in your future endeavors. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Councilmember. Good evening, Deputy Mayor Rottenstreich.
Thank you, Mayor. I'm going to just pick up where Chris left off with the music. It was an amazing day, Music Day. I want to thank, Now it is. Yeah, sorry. I just want to thank everyone who made Make Music Day so spectacular. I started the day with a sound bath at the Arboretum with singing bowls, and which was an amazing way to start the day, and finish the day here at Borough Hall with Morlott and McKinley, and with world-renowned banjo player Tony Trishka. So this was just throughout the day quite an array of talent that we had all over Fairlawn. Fairlawn has tremendous arts talent, music talent, and sports talent, and as shown by Kevin, who makes us proud every day. I also wanted to congratulate our new police chief. I think we've made a very good decision, and I think from his words, we know that we're going to be well-led on the police force with 21st century policing, and I'm very confident in him and looking forward to working with him. And I want to thank Paula for her profound words about PTSD. It took a lot for her to come out here and talk to us in such an honest way. And my heart goes out to everybody who is suffering and recovering from PTSD. And I hope and I think that we are a supportive community for our veterans, and that we will continue to be. The last thing I wanted to mention was Fairlawn is going to be engaging in several energy conservation initiatives. 2 are going to be with outreach to our residents and to our businesses to teach them how to reduce greenhouse gases, improve our air quality, and lower utility bills. And we're going to be working with Sustainable Jersey on doing that. And we'll be making people aware of free energy audits, upgrades with grants from PSE&G, and real energy savings for businesses, which we're going to reach out to with the help of Main Street, I'm sure. Turnkey help at no risk. A lot of cost coverage for upgrades, and just a lot of help making them more efficient and competitive. This is a time when there's a lot of challenges for businesses, and we're going to be right there with them. We're also going to be engaging in a community solar plan, which we will get out more information about. And we will also be developing a borough community energy plan. So on a day like today, it's important to remember that we use a lot of energy, and we need to conserve energy as much as we can. So that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. Good evening, Deputy Mayor Reinitz.
Good evening, Mayor. I think if there ever was a doubt, it's pretty clear that June is the busiest month in Fairlawn. I just remembered 2 other things while the other Deputy Mayor was speaking. But I'll start with probably the closest. I had the joy of seeing Deputy Mayor Rottenstreich at Make Music Day here at Borough Hall, and I went and saw other people perform. I think what struck me was just how collaborative the event was. Morlott and McKinley were missing a drummer, and Felipe Torres just jumped in that same day, and it was seamless. They brought on Matthew Quate, who had a 2-hour set earlier, and it was just sort of a real community edifying event. So I'm glad we're doing this and it's getting better. I wish it was a weekend every year because I think that really adds to it. But maybe we can find a way to schedule June 21st on a weekend. I'm sure you could Proclamation or something. We'll work on that. Judy, you get on that. Thanks. We have 4 new Eagle Scouts in Fair Lawn. The mayor and I attended a ceremony for 3 yesterday. I attended at one earlier in the month from the other troop. I believe yesterday said that 2% of all scouts end up achieving the rank of Eagle, so to have 4 in Fair Lawn in a month is a tremendous achievement and a tremendous honor, and the entire scouting community in Fair Lawn, which is very strong and robust, should be congratulated for that. I also thank everybody, especially our DPW guys, and everyone involved with the street fair yesterday in what were brutal conditions, both crazy thunderstorms in the morning for setup and then 100 degrees with no shade for teardown. I drove by an hour and a half or so after the street fair had ended, and our DPW guys are still out there working. So thank you to all of them, and the mayor's office, the manager's office for everything they did in setting that up, and our police department who was out there all day in several shifts. I also wanted to thank the Community Relations Advisory Committee. I know Sylvia Krause was in charge of Pride Day, and I think the decision to move it to Memorial just sort of opened it up and made it a strong event even stronger. It was great to see the people who turned out there, and it just keeps growing. I remember in 2018, our first year here on the council, we started Pride Day, and it was a small celebration outside on the steps before a council meeting, and to see what it's turned into is really encouraging. In that vein, I think Keisha Austin also deserves a ton of credit for working really hard to put together Juneteenth in the middle of June also. And again, it's such a busy month, it's hard to gain traction right now, but Keisha really continues to build that event, and to see where that's grown in just 3 years, it's starting to explode, which is really good for our community, and Keisha deserves the lion's share of the credit for that. At the street fair, I had the opportunity to talk to a couple residents from Berkshire Terrace. It's Berkshire Terrace, Berkshire Drive, Berkshire Avenue.
I don't know.
There's a street called Berkshire. It's on the other side of Broadway. And we deployed for the first time a temporary speed bump over there, and the residents seem to be very pleased with the outcome of that. So I'm happy for that. And I know we've been studying it, and it's something that we may be able to do. The reason it works well seasonally is there's more drivers on the road, A, and B, it doesn't get in the way as much of plowing and other vehicles in the winter. So that's something that I think we're going to look to do to help pedestrian safety around. I also attended an event for Mike Mullen's family at Company 3, Fire Company 3. Mike is suffering from a very persistent cancer, and to see all the fire companies come together to raise money for his family and help him out was something that I was proud to be a part of. And if you have a chance and you can help the family, I would urge you to do so. I also want to thank Paula for coming. I guess Paula left already, but I know how difficult it was for Paula to speak in front of the group in general, and then to have to speak about what was clearly a very traumatic incident in her past, and how important her father was. But her sharing that memory will hopefully make it easier for other people who are suffering with PTSD to seek the help that they need. And hopefully, I know in Fair Lawn we have, but hopefully throughout the country we continue to, or make sure that we treat our veterans, especially with the respect and the honor they deserve, and provide the services that they deserve and need. I also want to congratulate our color guard and the 2 soccer teams. I figured out that 10-year-olds are probably the perfect age because I can see over them, because I couldn't see over the 11s, but I could the 9s, so 10's apparently my sweet spot. And I'd also like to congratulate Kevin, who's sitting in the front row here. Kevin goes out and just represents Fair Lawn along with his brothers and the rest of his teammates. And the great thing about Kevin is Kevin's not afraid to compete in anything. Today we talked about his track medals, but Kevin's medaled in basketball, he's medaled in softball, he's medaled in all kinds of sports. And the other thing about Kevin that was in the proclamation is that Kevin is always raising his hand to help and to be a part of things. And he's not just showing his face, he's there for the whole day, and he's setting up and tearing down and helping and doing his part. So thank you, Kevin, for all you do for our community. I also want to congratulate Chief DeWicki. It's been roughly 3 months since he took over as acting, and I've been personally very impressed with the direction he's taking the department and his commitment to, he talked tonight about 21st century policing. I think you're seeing that the department is really out in the community and doing things to meet the community where they're at and to engage with the community. They had an event at Pokey Express last week, Pokey with the police, and there was a lot of people there, and to have the chief there and have the chief at these other events means a lot to the community, because people look at the chief differently, and it's great to see Chief DeWicki out there and leading the charge. And then finally, just briefly, I also wanted to thank the chamber. I know Andrea's doing a tremendous job as the chamber executive director. She had her barbecue last week, and the amount of people who are joining the chamber and wanting to be a part of the chamber and sort of letting the chamber help us drive our business community along with Main Street. I really believe the best is yet to come for business in Fair Lawn. And then the last thing that I really want to discuss is, I guess it's been a week or 10 days, maybe a little bit more, since the assassinations in Minnesota. And as an elected official, I think it hit home for all of us probably very directly. I don't know what we need to do as a society to turn down the heat on our rhetoric. But I really think we need to find a way to get back to being able to disagree about things and finding things that, even if we don't have the same beliefs or the same ideas, that we find commonalities with each other and find the humanity in each other. Because, getting back to what Paula was talking about, nobody has any idea what people are going through, what's going on in their homes, what's going on in their heads. And I think the more we show empathy and kindness and the more we get back to talking to each other instead of yelling across from each other, I think the better off we will be as a society. And there certainly is never, ever, 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 is political violence ever okay? Political assassinations. It's just, we're a better country than that, and we should live up to those ideals. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you very much. I don't want to be too repetitive, but I do want to issue my own thanks to many that were here this evening, to Paula for accepting the PTSD Awareness Proclamation, and for speaking so openly and honestly about her father's experience. I think we can all agree that her words were very powerful, and I'm sure they resonated with many. I also want to take a moment to congratulate some of our young stars who made Fair Lawn very proud recently, our 9U boys team, our 11U girls team, and our winter Guard. I, of course, want to thank our famous Kevin Pepitone. Thank you for continuing to make all of us proud and bringing home those medals. We really love hearing about all of your success. And as I said this evening, again, another congratulations to our new Chief DeWicki. As I said, I'm confident that he's going to do a great job. I had the pleasure of attending many of the events that you heard this evening already. One additional one was a ribbon cutting for Java Nut. While it was technically their 1-year anniversary ribbon cutting, which is okay, it was a wonderful event. This is Fairlawn's first kosher coffee shop, and they also serve really delicious sandwiches and breakfast items. So if you haven't been there, it's on Moorlot Ave. Please stop by and support them. I also want to thank our Community Relations Advisory Committee for another wonderful Pride Block Party. This year, we all gathered together at Memorial, and as the Deputy Mayor said, I think it was a really wonderful spot for it. And we gathered under this year's theme, which was You Belong. And as I said at the event, you know, it seems so simple, 2 very simple words, but they're 2 words that carry immense weight. They're words that affirm people's identity, their humanity, and their dignity. And they're words that push back against exclusion, against fear, and against silence. And they're words that we like to say here in Fairlawn to remind every LGBTQIA resident that lives here that who you are is not only valid, but it is vital to the fabric of our community here in Fairlawn. So you belong here in Fairlawn today and always, and it was a wonderful event to celebrate that. I also had a really productive meeting with the borough manager, the county executive. As some of you may know, pretty much all of our major roads in Fairlawn are county roads, and so if we want anything done really to help with pedestrian safety and traffic, we really need to have good partners at the county, which we do. We spoke specifically about lowering the speed limit, which we're moving forward in that process on Saddle River Road as well as Midland Avenue. And we were able to, I think, one of the fastest turnarounds I have ever seen in government. I had a resident email me the day before the meeting that there was a dip in the road in Fairlawn Avenue at the intersection of Fairlawn Avenue and Pollitt. We brought it up at the meeting, and it is already fixed. The county came out and they agreed that there was something wrong. They had to, I don't know any of the technical terms, but they were out there with machines. They fixed it, and they're contacting PSE&G because there's an issue with one of the manhole covers, and they're coming out to fix it. So I bring that up for 2 reasons. One is that to let you know that we are constantly in communication with the county, trying to do what we can to work together to make Fairlawn a safer place, and also to just remind our residents that Fairlawn is a big town, and we do our best up here to find the issues and problems that are happening around town, but the best way that we can find out those problems is by hearing directly from you. So I was glad that that resident sent me that email. It happened to be really good timing. But if there are issues, concerns, questions, please don't ever hesitate to reach out to any of us and to just send us a quick email. I also want to thank the Fairlawn Arts Council. The Make Music Day was just so fantastic. It was so wonderful to just drive around and stop at a bunch of different places and hear music. Obviously, I was partial to the event at Better Days, where my daughter performed 4 different songs. She has way more guts than I do, but she performed with some other students of her teacher, and it was really a wonderful, wonderful day. As the Deputy Mayor pointed out, I was only there to see 3 of our 4 Eagle Scouts or Scouts become Eagle Scouts. So I want to again congratulate Antonio Gofredo, Alex Vasquez, and Bill Hansen on achieving this incredible milestone. And it fits in really nicely with my this month's Mayor's Did You Know series, which happens to also be about birds, not eagles, but ravens. So I was, see that nice transition there. So we learned recently, or at least I learned recently, that there are ravens who return every year to Fairlawn's water tower, and they nest there. They are intelligent and loyal birds that are monitored by the Bergen County Audubon Society. They build stick nests up to 5 feet wide, and they typically raise 3 to 7 chicks and have, to date, around 40 over the years, and 3 were born just this last May. So we actually have to coordinate essentially with the ravens when we need to clean the water tower and do any sort of maintenance, because we don't want to disturb the nest. So we have famous ravens here in Fairlawn. Some upcoming events, I know this one was said, but I'm just going to highlight it again because it's coming up this Thursday, is the fireworks, and gates open at 6:45. The rain date is July 1st. The Amateur Radio Club Field Day is happening on Saturday, June 29th at Memorial Park Pavilion. And they're there pretty much all day. So if you're curious about ham radios or emergency communication, it is a very, very cool event. And you just go down to Memorial Park Pavilion, and they're there set up, and they'll let you see all their cool equipment, and you can try to communicate with people across the world. Just another reminder that our senior loop line is up and running. So if you know any seniors in town or anybody who is visually impaired and can't access our Friday emails that come out through the borough, please share the loop line number with them, which is 201-777-6161. We update it every Friday around 10 a.m. And what we do is just read through the flyers that come through the emails so that people who are older, maybe don't have access to email, or again are visually impaired, can hear what the events are for the upcoming week. Deputy Mayor Reinitz really took the words right out of my mouth on where I was going to end this evening. So I'm just going to add that in addition to when we are together and see each other and disagree, that we do so in a way that is with respect and empathy for each other. But I'm also going to remind people that you do that not just when you're in front of people, but also when you're behind your computer screens. Because a lot of the hate and vitriol and division and anger that drives people to think it's okay to commit the type of political violence and assassination that was committed in Minnesota starts behind computer screens. So remember that the words that you use matter, that your tone matters, and that we all need to commit to using our words to build bridges and to not deepen the divide, so that tragic murders like the one in Minnesota never happens again anywhere else. I also would like to end asking everybody for a moment of silence. The borough lost recently a longtime borough employee and former OEM manager, director, Ira Marks. So if everybody could join me in a moment of silence. Thank you. And fun fact, if you want to go onto the internet and find an incredible video that was made to honor Ira Marks's retirement from the borough, you will see a very, very young Kurt Peluso in that video.
And a very bold Nick Bagarelli.
Okay, we're going to move on to number 9, Main Street Minute. Good evening, Ryan.
Hello, everybody. So, first, I've come to an interesting realization that if I do not wear a tie and dress in a t-shirt with a baseball cap, no one recognizes me on Make Music Day. So, I've chosen not to wear a jacket today, so if you guys see me, you'll know to say hi. So first things first, I want to take a moment to thank Deputy Mayor Reinitz for joining a number of Main Street trustees to do a walk on River Road with LRK, who is the organization that is helping us create design guidelines for River Road. That was the second step in a multi-step process in order to develop these design guidelines, and having that kind of direct input and collaboration during a walk on the property was really something. So thank you again, sir. For the third year in a row, Fairlawn Main Street sponsored Juneteenth. Juneteenth, in addition to being such an important federal holiday and historical opportunity, it also represents a great thing for Fairlawn because it attracts people from all different walks of life to our community. It makes people want to give Fairlawn a look, potentially shop here, do business here. So we're always proud to sponsor Juneteenth. We have our ribbon cutting at Lincoln Grill on July 9th. This is for our storefront improvement program. So we've recently completed our facade improvement project there. That is at 6:30 on July 9th, so please be there. For the small business scavenger hunt. So unfortunately, Prima is in London for the entire summer because she is interning with the Financial Times in their strategy arm. So we reached out to the Fairlawn High School folks, and Nicole Mattina was kind enough to procure us another drama student, and we are very excited to be working with them. So rest assured that the scavenger hunt will have a strong face of the program this year. And finally, the very fun and exciting thing. So the song of the summer is always an interesting thing. For most people, it's like Taylor Swift or Sabrina Carpenter. For me, it's Stu Pace when he's on Borough Hall ready to rock out. So with that said, Make Music Day represents a huge success for not just Fairlawn, but for the businesses that it brings people in. So we are very excited to collaborate with the Art Council to have street performers this summer in order to really bring people to the businesses, not just one day, but throughout the entire June through August summertime. So thank the Art Council and thank you everybody for a wonderful month. I look forward to seeing you in July.
Thank you, Ryan. Nice job. Okay, number 10, ordinance on introduction, ordinance 2751-2025, an ordinance amending salary ordinance fixing the salaries of certain employees of the Borough of Fairlawn, Bergen County, New Jersey, as amended, part-time police employees. May I have a motion that this ordinance be passed on introduction, advertised according to law, and that a public hearing be held on July 22nd, 2025?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Councilmember Salinas?
Yes.
Councilmember Kraus?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Rottenstreich?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Reinitz? Yes. Mayor Catrone?
Yes. Number 11, ordinance on public hearing and final passage. Ordinance 2750-2025, an ordinance fixing the salary of certain employees of the Borough of Fairlawn, Bergen County, New Jersey, as amended stipends. Can I have a motion to open the time for public comment on this ordinance only?
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The time for public comment is now open on this ordinance only. Seeing nobody, can I have a motion to close the time for public comment on this ordinance?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The time for public comment on this ordinance is now closed. Can I have a motion that this ordinance be adopted on second and final reading and that it be advertised according to law?
So moved. Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Councilmember Salinas?
Yes.
Councilmember Kraus?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Rottenstreich?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Reinitz?
Yes.
Mayor Catrone?
Yes. Number 12, public comments on consent agenda 12-2025 items only. Can I have a motion to open the time for public comment on consent agenda 12-2025 only?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The time for public comment is now open on consent agenda 12-2025. Please state your name prior to your comment.
Good evening, Pamela Coles. On item 218-2025, excuse me, the resolution requesting the Director of the Division of Local Government Services to approve the insertion of an item of revenue in the budget year in the sum of $76,933.87.
Yep.
So, for the Clean Communities Grant Program. So, did we receive that, or is that was from a grant?
Yeah. Yes, we received that already, right? We're not applying for it? Yeah, we do it once we receive it, and then we have to make an amendment to the budget, that's all.
Super. And the second one 221-2025, resolution authorizing the disposal of surplus property by auction on government deals. What are we disposing? The types of equipment? Is it mostly equipment or?
It's actually just one vehicle, and it's got a lot of mechanical problems, and it's not even worth fixing, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great to auction that off.
Yep.
You're welcome. Anybody else on consent agenda? Seeing nobody, can I have a motion to close the time for public comment on consent agenda items?
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The time for public comment on consent agenda 12-2025 is now closed. Will the municipal clerk read the consent agenda passage?
Whereas the following resolutions, 215-2025 through 229-2025, having heretofore been placed on this consent agenda, require no discussion, same having been previously reviewed by each council member, be and are hereby adopted, ratified, and confirmed in their entirety by their mayor and council of Borough of Fair Lawn.
Can I have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Councilmember Salinas?
Yes.
Councilmember Kraus?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Rottenstreich?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Reinitz?
Yes.
Mayor Catrone?
Yes. 14, new business. First one on here that I had was the cablecast closed captioning. So this was brought up at a previous meeting about offering closed captioning on Fair Lawn TV, and we got some pricing. It looks like they charge per minute. And I had forwarded that to everybody, and I believe Josh did some elementary math for us.
Only kind I can.
So I just was hoping that we could have like a little bit of direction of where we might want to go with this, or I don't know, Borough Manager, did you have a suggestion?
Yeah, so one of the discussions I had with Fairlawn TV was doing the closed caption, maybe for the meetings first, whether it be the council meetings and possibly Board of Ed meetings if we're given those videos. See how it works out and then expand it as that, but maybe doing a pilot program first in that sense, and then moving from there.
And we don't think it's not like cost prohibitive, right? I know you added up the minutes,
Yeah,
but.
no, I mean, you're talking about like $50 for the rest of the year if you did every minute from now till the end of the year.
Oh,
Yeah, we're not talking about a lot of.
okay. Yeah, so then do we have consensus to start that with the council meetings as soon as possible?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, and then for the Board of Ed meetings, I mean, I know it might only be 50. Do we want to do it, or do we want to ask them to kick in?
I think we can do, I mean, it's our channel, right?
Yeah, that's fine. We can
Okay,
cover that.
okay, so we'll do the Board of Ed and the council meetings. Everybody's good with that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Borough Manager, PFAS settlement.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. So as you might recall, God, it might be over a year ago now, this governing body authorized the Borough of Fair Lawn to pursue settlement agreements on a national lawsuit against a number of companies that were polluting water. I got an email today that they have reached a settlement. There'll be a number of installments of payments to the borough till 2033. The first payment we'll be receiving in June with the authorization of the governing body will be for $384,958. So it's a pretty good settlement. The amount is going to depend on the different years, but there are going to be some fees for legality and some other matters. But what I'd like to put on the next work session is just a discussion about the funding coming in and how we would like to use that funding going forward with the borough. Good news was with the settlement. The bad news is, as I'm sure you've heard, with the state, there was originally rumors that they were going to increase the health benefits by 19%. We're now hearing that can get as high as 35%. So we're also looking at that as some of the expenses too that we'll be seeing in 2026.
And I believe you had said to me that the total for the settlement is probably going to come out to about $2 million?
Yeah, we're looking, not counting legal fees at this point, $2,321,462.
And that was just from one company, right? So
That-
they're still pursuing the other.
That's correct, Mayor. That's based on 3M. We are still waiting for settlements on DuPont and Tyco.
That's great. So you need consensus from us to accept the money?
Yes, we will put together a resolution. I'll work with the borough attorney and the
Okay.
municipal clerk. We'll put a letter and a resolution authorizing acceptance of the settlement.
Great.
And you want that on the work session to discuss the, what to use the money?
Yeah, if we could for July.
Okay, sure.
So the United Way housing that we have on Campbell Road, our special needs housing, is done, and there's a plaque outside of it. We named it after the Rockmans, and we'd like to do a unveiling ceremony for them. So I'd like to check with Saul when he's available, but I would also want to make sure that everybody here could be there. So I know that Natalie, you're away July, but if we tried to do it in August, if everybody could maybe send me some dates in August, or we could just pick it right now, actually, is probably the easier way to go. Maybe just like, Kurt, do you think in the morning or weekday or weekend, does it matter?
We're flexible, whatever the council wants.
Okay. Want to do it on August 3rd before the tavern talk at the Dutch House? Or is
That's
that
what,
too-
a Sunday?
Too much in one day.
No, that's fine.
Yeah?
What, the time?
I don't know what time.
Well, the tavern.
Tavern talk is at 11,
Yeah.
right? So
At 10?
10?
Yeah, I'm gonna be out of town that weekend.
So the 10th?
The 10th would work for me.
The 10th?
Yeah, that's fine. You want to do it on Sunday?
It doesn't matter. It could be a Saturday too. I just scrolled down a week. So the
Yeah.
10th good at 10 a.m.?
Yeah, 9th or 10th, but yeah, the 10th works for me.
Okay, so let's try for that and we'll,
10:30, anytime after 10:30 is okay.
is 10:30 okay? Yeah? Or
Yeah.
no? 10:45?
10:45 would be better.
Okay, 10:45?
It's cutting it close. Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. I guess we might as well just make it 11 at that
Just to-
point, right?
just for ease of
Okay,
remembrance.
so 11 o'clock, August 10th.
11 o'clock.
Kurt, I'll leave that to you to coordinate from there. Awesome, okay. All right. Anybody else have new business? Okay, 15, public comments. Can I have a motion to open the time for public comments?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The time for public comment is now open. Please state your name. There'll be a 3-minute time limit.
5. No, 3.
It's 3.
All right, my name is Howard Mark, 12 Kearney Street, Ferry Heights. I just want to make sure that you know about, are aware of this. Landscape architecture is licensed in New Jersey, and we usually work with site plans. I'm just saying, like the Norwell House, you know, I expect when it's ready to hire a licensed landscape architect who do a site plan. And if someone don't like it, we could change it. But working without a site plan is totally unacceptable. I mean, I was taught this in school.
So what in particular about, so the Noggle House is, everything that happens there goes through the Historic Preservation Committee, right, Commission, rather?
Well, I don't know who the,
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead. Yes, absolutely.
I mean,
Howard, don't worry. We, like, for example, we're redoing Memorial Circle, and we not only have a landscaped architect who's helping us come up with a landscape plan for Memorial Circle at Memorial Pool, but she's like the president of the Landscape Architects, Society, or something like that. So we are very cognizant of the importance of having licensed landscape architects involved in our projects. And something as important as the Noggle House, of course, would have that.
I went to the same program as this person.
Excuse me?
I went to the same program as this person.
Okay, great. So you understand that we take this seriously and are not going to use anybody who is not capable of doing the
You said
project.
if this person's licensed?
Yes.
Yeah, yes,
We don't
absolutely.
hire anybody that's not licensed.
Yes, absolutely.
Because like the Edison School area, we used to have, well, when we moved 1961, there used to be we call it the Ferry Heights Association. Unlike the Rapid people, most of these people died off and just moved away, and information, it was lost. But we had a strong organization that from Well Drive to Edison School, I don't consider Well Drive to the firehouse as part of the Edison School area. But one time someone went to the park, decided to put a jogging pass. I never was seeing the plan, there was no site map done, and the neighbors were in the outrage. What I'm going to do is talk to the neighbors and make sure they understand it's licensed and make sure there's a site map. Because that was outrage back then, a few years ago.
Yeah, no, nothing like that can happen with.
What?
Nothing like that can happen, changes like that can't happen without getting proper approvals and
Well,
using
there was
license.
no approval, they
Yeah,
just,
I can't speak to the past, I can only
Well, I
to that
can.
situation, yes.
but there used to be an organization, I think they helped, there was a flagpole on Ferry Heights. In fact, a few years ago, they took it down because no one maintained it.
Okay.
And then on the circle, they were supposed to build some type of monument for World War II, and that never happened. But I'm more aware of about the history in my area.
Got it.
That's
Okay.
all I'm saying.
Thank you for letting us know.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I'm a resident of Fairlawn. We've been here for 34 years. Our backyard...
Just your name first.
I'm sorry.
You
My
would say
name
your-
is Sandra Page.
Thank you.
And Michael Page.
Thank you.
Okay. Our backyard neighbors, New Jersey Transit, the railroad. I have pictures to show if you'd like. A tree fell from the New Jersey side onto our side of the backyard. It's a large tree. And back there, they've been really bad neighbors because back there, they never come to maintain it, ever, ever, ever. And it's a lot, I'm afraid, my fear is that, luckily this tree missed my house by a very small margin, but I'm afraid that a tree is going to fall onto my house. There's pictures here that shows identical trees to the one that fell. And if it had just fallen maybe another 2 feet, it would have hit my house. We called, we put in a complaint. They really do seem to be dragging their feet on this. I personally had to pay to have the tree removed from my side of the yard. It broke off. In the pictures you'll see, it kind of just broke off. It didn't come from the root.
Oh.
Yeah, and so the tree is large at the bottom, but then it gets skinny at the top. So we had this storm a couple of weeks ago, and it just kind of broke the tree in a large part. Most of it took up 80% of our backyard. Yeah.
Right.
So we'd like for them to come and clean back there. Not only am I afraid of the tree falling onto my home, but there's a lot of mosquitoes because they don't clean back there. There's poison ivy coming through the fence because they don't clean back there. And it's just not very pleasant. We have a grandson that lives with us, and it's just, he's 7. He wants to be in the backyard. It's just not very pleasant.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that, but can I have I don't know if you want to give me your address right now, or if you want to write it down, whatever
I
you're
can
more
give it to you
comfortable
right
with.
now.
Okay, go ahead.
21-03 Carlisle Place.
Okay, and I'll take the pictures too, and then we'll reach out to New Jersey Transit, but we'll also reach out to our state representatives. Former Mayor
that.
Lisa Swain, who's an assemblywoman, lives right here, so hopefully she can help push them. Sometimes they just, unfortunately, we would like them to respond directly to residents when they reach out, but sometimes they need a push from either our office or their office. So, yeah, I will do that.
Thank you so very much. Do you need my phone number?
Yeah, I was going to say, well, don't say it now because it's televised, but can you know what, can you send me an email?
Yes.
With all your information? It's just mayor@fairlawn.org.
Okay.
That's it, okay?
Remember that?
Yeah. It's also on the website if you forget, but, and then that way I can reach out to you directly.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you so very much.
You're very welcome.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Thanks, you too.
Pamela Coles. First, I want to thank Borough Manager for getting the lights on the Route 208 ramp. I saw them working, and I was, hallelujah, because during the evenings and at night, it was dark. So thank you. Thank you for getting that all done. The walk around town that we did, that we had with Main Street was really valuable. And what I would like to do, and I'm going to present it next time, would be some kind, and I cleaned up on the back side of my fence. So I'm tons of weeds in the back, but there's also lumber and an electrical box in that back corner by the community bank, but not community, the old Chase Bank. I put everything in the back corner, lots of branches and sticks, but there's also like almost like, I want to say, a old transformer that somebody just threw out in the back. So if we could so I've been cleaning up back there, and I would like to eventually plant the garden on that side the opposite side of the fence, but I'll come up with some kind of plan because it can be beautiful, and any space that we can get would be really fabulous. Also, Nabisco site. Do we have an update on the Nabisco site, what might be going on or in there, or maybe, we don't know?
I mean, it's bought and owned, right?
Yes.
And they had site plan approval at the planning board, but they are looking at other options. There's not a big market for warehouse distribution right now.
Correct.
So, yeah, they're looking at other options. I don't know how public their other options are. Right? Yeah. But they're looking at other options.
Okay, so we'll have to keep posted on the, just keep looking on the website for the planning board. Will it go before planning, or is that?
So, yeah, if they change what they're doing, they'll have to go for an amendment to their site plan, or a whole new site plan, and that'll go back before the planning board again.
Before the planning board?
Yeah.
Okay, super. And,
But we have been very clear with them, and they have reiterated to us that it will not be residential. They have no interest in doing residential, so.
Okay. That's up to them. And the first thing that came to mind this evening, when I saw Mayor Rottenstreich, Deputy Mayor Rottenstreich, on Saturday evening, and your friends they wanted to bring their friends from Israel over. And, I was just chatting a little, and I said, I'll keep them in my prayers for, just a peaceful resolution, only to hear that we have a ceasefire. And you were the first person that came to mind, and hopefully your friends will be able to be reunited with the family celebration that they're going to have.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
I
so-
also hope that we have a ceasefire in Gaza, because there's a humanitarian catastrophe happening
Yes,
there.
so I'm grateful for
Thank
Israel
you. Thank you.
and everybody.
I
for
really
that.
appreciate your thoughts on that.
Yeah, that's so
I have family in
important and
Israel,
cannot be
and
dismissed.
they're-
Yes, so important.
Yeah.
So I'm
I
grateful for
appreciate that.
And then also the Normal House, and the celebration of our 250th anniversary. This is the first time, I'm sorry, I overstepped my.
It's okay.
My time limit.
It's okay, you're giving an update now.
The Normal House and the 250th celebration, I proposed at our last meeting to have our historic sites really be stunning with banners, like buntings and whatnot. And I haven't heard about the tavern talks until now. So I don't know if we were not updated regarding that, or will that be also afterwards, in an email?
I think that was in the email.
That was in the,
Yeah.
that was in the last.
To the 250, yeah. You were in there, but for some reason, I don't think It's going through to your email.
You know what? What I'm discovering is that some things are going into my junk mail.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Mostly
it was
from
sent, you can, if you want to look, it was sent on June 11th.
Okay.
It had the tavern talks in there.
Okay, so I checked it last week, so I'll have to check it on
Yeah.
a regular basis. All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ben.
Anybody else? Seeing nobody, can I have a motion to close the time for public comments?
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Time for public comment is now closed.
This is Mayor?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I was just conferring with the borough attorney. There's some authorization we will need before the next work session on the settlement agreement.
Oh.
So if we can just get authorization to sign off accepting the settlement, we just need to do that in a shorter time span than originally envisioned.
Okay. Do you need Judy, a roll call for that or just consensus?
I can just, if you want.
Yeah.
Just lay out the.
Yep, go ahead. Okay.
It's actually just authorizing the borough manager to execute the payment form to enable the borough to receive the payments that it's entitled to under the settlement between, is it 3M? Yeah, 3M regarding the PFAS litigation.
Okay, so can I have a motion to accept that resolution?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call?
Councilmember Salinas?
Yes.
Councilmember Kraus?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Rottenstrike?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Reinitz?
Yes.
Mayor Catrone?
Yes.
All right, it's going to be Resolution 232-2025.
Okay. Good? Judy, all good? Yeah? Okay. All right, 16, Resolution 231-2025, Executive Closed Session of June 23rd, 2025. Personnel matters, pending or anticipated litigation or contract negotiation other than collective bargaining agreements in which the public body is or may not be part, may become a party, or matters falling into the attorney-client privilege.
So moved.
Oh, can I have, no, you have
Whereas
to,
whereas
sorry.
NJSA 10-412B allows a public body to enter into a closed session during a public meeting and upon conclusion, the meeting will return to open public session, and whereas the Borough of Fairlawn has deemed it necessary to enter into a closed session, excluding the public to discuss matters that are exempt from disclosures, personnel matters pursuant to NJSA 10-412B8, and pending or anticipated litigation or contract negotiation. Now therefore be resolved that the Borough Council shall not enter into a closed session, and that discussion in closed session may be made public when disclosure will not detrimentally affect any right, interest, or duty of the borough.
Can I have a motion?
So moved. Second.
We need a roll call?
Yes.
Yeah, roll call.
Councilmember Salinas?
Yes.
Councilmember Kraus?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Rottenstrike?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Reinitz?
Yes.
Mayor Catrone?
Yes.
Closed at 9:16.